Podcast, read all about it. When it comes to podcasting, we are number one. All these sponsors ready, the big steps ready, the internet above the up. Welcome to the Friday, Hey Arima,
hey Digo,
hey Brooklyn,
big up Canada,
hey Caroline,
down in Tobago,
Shady Life, UK London, Shady Life, everybody the Shady Life. Why?
Friday in the place,
Random singing.
Friday in the place,
Take your phone on.
Shady Life,
Hey dog,
Shady Life, Debbie,
Patrina,
Shady Life, Jacksonville, Shady Life,
Todd, Shady
Life, Fabian, Joanna, Shady Life,
everybody just Shady Life. Friday,
and
line, start the show.
Babla people like you know.
The new stuffed crust cheddar flavor has a stuffed crust covered in cheese, now loaded with an irresistible cheddar flavor inside and out. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. Pizza.
Hey, you done? You think Alyuh will play with me?
I don't know. She doesn't really play with anybody.
I know what I'm gonna do. Wait, where are you going? 40, 50, 60, 90. That's enough.
Hi, good day. Welcome to Little Caesars.
Can I get a large pepperoni pizza, please? Here you go, Alyuh. The best for being the best.
Love is pizza. Affordable, delicious, always ready. Little Caesars. Real value, real taste.
Oh, you don't want pizza?
Yes! Bro, how do you know Little Caesars were our favorite?
Because Little Caesars is everybody's favorite, Eden.
Pizza.
Bold Designs is a unisex accessory line. They specialize in custom designs for the people who like to stand out. As their slogan says, different is memorable. You can shop online at Bold Designs on Facebook or IG, or you can visit their physical store at 30 Cane Farm Road, Twin City. Physical and electronic gift certificates are available.
Share the live. Share the live. You're watching Fry Bacon Live, the #1 podcast in Trinidad.
Hear me now. Boy, I tell you. I don't know if I able this evening with this I'm going through. Hold on there. Bring it back. Bomb legal. Drop your
Yeah,
gun.
gotta start proper.
Bring it back. Fry bake, 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 and line,
and
line,
and
line,
and
line,
and
line,
and
line,
and
line.
and
Hear me now. Fry bake, fry bake, fry bake, fry bake, fry bake, fry bake, fry bake. Line,
and
line,
and
line,
and
line,
and
line,
and
line,
and
line.
Hey Arima,
Shady live,
Down Digo,
Shady live,
Tuna Puna,
Shady live.
El Socorro,
Shady live,
Canada,
Shady live.
New York City.
UK London, Shady live.
Oh well,
Way,
fry bake in the place.
random singing.
Oh well, fry bake in the place.
Well, take your phone, take your phone, take your phone on.
Shady life,
Arima,
shady life,
London,
shady life,
Pune,
shady life,
Barbados,
shady life,
Jamaica.
shady life.
Everybody just shedding light. Hear me now, me just shedding light. I say, everybody just pick up the place inside the live and right about now is now. Tell you about the time for the podcast start and I say me take about. Right about now, everybody know how we go through and it. That's take a lot.
Yeah.
You know. But it have a thing going wrong, you know.
Yeah. And you know what sucks? When you have kids or you have a spouse, whatever they have, you get.
Yeah.
I thank God I didn't really get it. I just get it. My body fighting it. But
you didn't get it from me.
and I didn't get it from you. But yeah.
But we get it from the same place. But like I don't know how I get it. How it stay on me, boy. Pause.
That's a spiritual lesson. I'm not saying you get it because you're less spiritual. I'm just saying that's just how it is going now. Sometimes I just believe in this season I am probably a little bit more protected.
And what am I?
Because I just try to make sure and behave and, you know.
So I don't behave.
No. You have a loose mouth, you have a potty mouth. You know how it does go. So when you get on, I just say, God, don't judge me like JD, you know, just cover me because I can't make. That's just what I feel.
Speaking of potty mouth, I have done something that I feel bad.
Oh, what you do? You want to start the show and then tell the what you do? What you do?
I'll show somebody the middle finger.
Well, I can't be with you every step of the way, JD. That's very annoying. I would never, the most I might do, if I get out of character, is really use an F-bomb. And if that
So
happens...
you could use the F-bomb, but
I never said I could. I'm talking about doing a bad thing.
Well, I haven't done that in a long while.
I saying, the only thing you had to worry about me for doing is, oh my God, Nisa drop a F-bomb and that. I mean, you get me real upset.
But
But you just get upset for everything.
But you know, it has some people, you could get them how mad they're not going to drop a F-bomb.
Yeah, I don't really, you know what is triggering me to get to that point. You know.
It is so funny when you do it though, because it's so like, you know?
Hey, let me, but I want you to tell your story. Let me pick up some people in the, hey, Quesadilla. Quesadilla says, Nisa, love your makeup today, your eyeshadow. Let me tell you something about his face, right? Let me give out a real story. This face was done yesterday at 5 p.m. in the afternoon by Peaches. You gotta keep it on me, right?
Shout out Peaches.
Advertising, because I don't know what the eyes look like, so I'm gonna close my eye.
You look good.
This face was done yesterday at 5 p.m. We got home this morning at 5 a.m. And I was too tired to wash it off. I was too tired. I said, JD, I cannot wash my face right now because it's a process. You had to wipe off, thing off, whatever, pull back. So I said, JD, I just go and sleep. When I wake up, I realize, but this face still on. So I kept it on.
It looked good.
It's still looking good. Yesterday at 5 p.m., Bigger Peaches XOXO. I think you could take this out of the video and we could send it for.
Yeah. So StreamYard has a new feature. They say, hey, look at working.
What's that? What's the feature?
They have the comments coming up on the screen.
So who
So we
decides?
could see.
Who decides what comments to put up?
No. Remember, we could decide, but
Right.
now it's going up one time.
So hey, Kenora. That's
Kenora in the
Bap,
back.
right?
She's
That's
in the
Bap,
building,
right?
yeah.
Right.
Jump about Kenora. We're going to talk about her in a little bit. So you know what? We could just keep the screen big like this because normally I just put it small so we could see the comments.
Yeah.
But the
wait,
comments right
to
there.
get to your story though. I cut you up.
I like this.
I cut you real bad.
Yeah. So let me start the show, then I'll get to the story. Right? Yeah, welcome inside another edition of JD's Vlog. What's up? My name is JD.
My name is Nisa.
And this is the Fry Bacon Line. Shoo! Every single Saturday, normally on a Saturday, but today's Sunday. Every single Saturday, 7:30 p.m. But we have a makeup pod today because Nisa had to sing in the Reggae Village last night
I just bigging up God one time
with Norris Man.
for opening these doors because there was a time when I let me say
Let me finish. Norris Man and
Oh,
Jam
God.
Mason. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I just want to say Marlene Wilson says makeup on point, bigger pictures. Yeah, pictures.
You could see that from so far.
Remember, I have a gift as well. I'm not joking.
Crazy.
So listen what I'm saying. What I was saying?
Yeah, at one point.
At one point, well, I lost
At
my
one
train
point,
of
like you
thought.
wasn't getting something.
Nah, boy. I lose my train of
I
thought.
cannot see Douglas way. Anyway, I need to put my thing up here, boy.
I lost my train of
cannot
thought
see.
there. I tried to do
You
a
were saying
million
like at
things.
one point something.
I can't remember.
That face looked flawless, Nisa.
Still, since
And
yesterday.
we said I have a cold. I have a cold today. My eyes, all of my eyes running like crazy, so I could hardly see the screen. Anyway, so Nisa had a show last night with Norris Man.
Oh, that's what I was saying. So popping in it. Let me so the person who says here on point as well, let me big up my suppliers as well one time. So this hair was purchased by the same people who gave me the hair for Happy in a Real Life. So this is Main Trend.
Hey, Patrice.
So we're going to take all these things, right? So this hair was supplied to me by Main Trend TT, right? They are very reliable. I actually love this. I think this is Burmese curl. And I want to big up Custom Units on Instagram for doing the install. I say, girl, I already know if I could do them young people thing and put a baby here. But she put it doesn't look too out there. So big up my glam squad there.
Yeah.
Yes, I.
Yeah, you had to do more, like the whole all down my cheek and
Probably I'll do it like for a photo shoot or something, and I might put something on or something. But yeah,
yeah. Betty says you wasn't getting jobs.
I
That's
wasn't
what you was
getting
about
jobs.
to say.
That's true. I wasn't getting jobs, and JD and I cannot just change our tongue. Started to really decide to speak what we wanted, not complain. Speak what we wanted, cleanse the heart and thing. And I swear to God, things just started to change. So yeah, you could go ahead now and
I'm now telling Cassius we live come through.
come to Cass.
Come through, Cass. The master sounds really good too. Nigga, don't come and get me sick. No, Cassius. Oh, he watching. Well, he watching.
Oh, Cass, hi.
He watching. Nah, Cassius, don't worry. I'll go work it out. I'll go work it out before Tuesday. Don't worry. Yeah. Yeah, so Nisa was in the Reggae Village. Shout out to Q one time. Yo.
Q Major.
Shout out to Q Major one time. He had the Reggae Village. Norris Man was excellent. Drop a bomb for Norris Man.
I never did know who that he was. When he came onto the stage, bro, his energy was insane. I'm like, who's this guy?
No, you're talking about Grongs Man.
Oh, Grongs Man.
Grongs Man was fire to
fire.
respect to Grongs Man. I haven't seen him perform in a while. Grongs Man. Grongs Man had the police, all the police in the compound laughing. He said, police officer,
He's
make
a-
me tell you something. When me say Babylon, me don't mean police, all right? Me mean the system. Yeah.
Has a very unique voice as well.
Yeah. What fire? Let me play Grongs Man. Let me see if I
No,
play Grongs
don't
Man.
do nothing that will make the pod get
He
thing,
wouldn't. His thing wouldn't get pod. He wouldn't get thing, man. Big up Grongs, man. We'll start the show. Hold on now. We need to get to the ads. Hold on. I want to just play one Grongs, man, boy.
Anybody here know
Grongs,
who Grongs
man.
Man is? I'm trying to look at the comments here. Command the
Thou shalt
atmosphere.
not. Yeah, Grongs.
He has a really unique voice.
Yeah, man. You know, some of the rap to them, you know, so there is light, injustice, and God.
Big up Grongs, man. Yes, last night, real time. The place, boy. Watch him.
Right. Sing thou shalt not.
But you can't hear him if you sing.
Thou shalt not.
Not play them.
singing, we can't hear
Thou
you.
shalt not commit this murderous liberty. And the things that thou shouldn't do. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt.
Did he say commit adultery?
Remember he's Rastafari? Watch my Rastafari. No, they're very similar to gospel artists, you know. It's just it is, you know.
But how you say you're playing a groundsman and you're singing through the song? There's a problem you have. You're playing the song for Yana to hear last night, you're singing it.
Let me play fireball. How that one go? F5 fireball. Fire on fire. Yeah.
Focus now. Douglas says, JD, that flu you get is the worst. Smashing me up right now.
Yeah, boy. Anyway, so big up to, let me show you the scene, right? Big up to Grongsman, he was there. Let me show you the kind of people who Nisa was on stage with last night. Hold on. We'll start the show, right? Hold on. No,
You can't help it though. JD have a kind of, I remember I used to say a long time, you have a little runny mouth syndrome.
Okay, hold on.
By the time you find it, it's tomorrow. I might just big up some people in the comments. Hi, Tanika. Reggae.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, Nisa, hold on. Norris Man was there last night, boy. Watch it.
Let me hear him now.
Take time to come. Now watch the fantasies in life. It will put you down. And if you gone all pan man race, you are gonna mash down. Yeah, so man of patience. Take time to.
Yeah, Norris Man again. The moment you're feeling right. The crowd got mad last night.
For the moment you're feeling right, the moods and the tides are high. Say you never knew it. Say you never knew it.
When a Rasta man come in your life.
All right, press pause now. Press pause.
Hold on.
You ever hear somebody ask you to listen to something, but they're singing over it?
Nisa,
I don't get you.
You could never play these songs and don't sing with it, girl.
The people who don't know what the man song like, I just say hear the song good, but you singing. They can't hear the man.
Hold on. And then this guy was here too last night.
I could just say hi to some people. Want to say big up to Jelani, bro. Are you still singing, buddy? Good evening to you, Jamal.
This guy was here last night.
Rastafari, I'm a princess the star. Come next.
Oh, sorry. Hold on now, man.
Hold on now, man. Yo, my princess.
Middle the part.
What you say?
And she left me alone.
Watch it now, massive. Watch it now, massive. What you say? Whoa.
All right. So who is he? That's the one who lost his son?
Yes.
Did he sing that last night?
Yes, and the crowd flattened.
Serious, boy?
Flattened.
I think by that time
So
I was
R.I.P. You know, to the general. He lost his son, but he brought his other son, Bobo.
Hey, Toria.
God, forget his son name, boy. Anyway, so Nisa was on stage earlier, and watch how Nisa got on stage. Hold on now, man. Hold on now. Oh gosh.
You all would think I can't tell my own story, yeah, but
Hold on there. What you think Nisa went on with? Hold on, Yeah, watch Nisa. Nisa got on the people's stage like this, you know. Hey, boy! Hey, boy! Yes, good night. Give thanks for the giving of thanks. Yes, you know. Whoa! Watch it now, massive! Bring it on stage! When I say this, hey, when I Jesus with the fire, hey, well, all right. Get a piece of it.
in the middle of the line.
Hey, watch me on here. The place gone mad, you know.
How come you let me get a chance to sing one song? You're singing everybody's song. You're singing the people's song. You tell the people that we hear the Grongsman, Jammies, and you singing all these songs. We just hear you all the time. My song come on, you're singing my part too. What sense it make?
Remember, it's a fan, you know. You can't control the fans and them.
Sure.
Watch me. So, That's why we didn't have the podcast last night. We had that to do.
Jamak say, I'm going to be a Rasta man tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, big up you on the release of, what's the name of his songs, boy?
Who Jamak is that?
Blessings. Is this Blessings?
Oh, this Jamak who have a show coming up too?
Yeah.
Jamak is sticking in. Need to advertise it Friday, can't lie, man.
I like how you end your song.
We on that rhythm, man. That's the same rhythm you on?
Yeah, relax yourself now.
Daddy, I have a song on that rhythm dropping this week, you know.
Jerry, oh God, boy. God can't give you nothing to hold in a hold nothing. Your mouth just open. Somebody say what is happening here. Good night, Janet Williams. How you doing?
Hey, Janet.
Run the love in his house.
Easy, Rhonda. Right, so that is why we didn't have the podcast last night. Nisa had to,
I had to work.
well represent, and she did make me over. And when she did make me over, my friends, the Rasta crowd started really flick up lighter, you know, in our Jesus.
Yeah, so could I tell my experience for myself? Good day, good night. My name is Nisa. I performed at Reggae Village. I want to big up Q Major for giving me the stage. It was, you know, I don't know. There's something different in the system. You understand? People started walking this place late. I say, but we're going to tell you about it.
Yeah, so...
But hello,
Nisa taking
my
a gospel
call time,
concert.
Yeah,
People
so
coming in the party.
it's not a party. It's not a party.
Well, it was a concert.
show.
It was a show.
Well, don't then say that. You can't say it's a party. It's a show. And this is I telling my testimony. You in it again. You understand?
Go ahead
I get a paper with my call time and everything, so I shows up on time. You understand? I see people coming in. Them coming in like them in charge of when the show's supposed to start. I have me waiting long. I say, but what is this? I planned anyway. So anyway.
I try and explain to she that this is not a church concert. People just come back at 1 o'clock in the morning and think.
Them coming through late, you understand? And I had on a romper. So I am trying to tell people, I plan out my pee and thing, you know. I tell it myself, okay, I put on the thing now. That means I'll want to use the bathroom by so and so time I go on. But by the time them reaches 2 times I have to use the toilet, I'll carry somebody to zip me down, zip me back up because them.
Boy, we reach about 5:15 this morning. Mash up.
Shania.
We too old for that. Yeah, me boy, let me go back to the gospel concert where you're home by 9 o'clock.
Tanika, yeah, boy, only pray for me. So anyway, went up on stage. It was I was intimidated. I have to work on my confidence.
Yeah,
I had to show you. I really have to
show you we had to do performance classes.
Yeah, I agree because I'm not a performer.
No, you are a performer, but for certain things, you have to know how to deal with it now, boy.
Yeah, Grungsman sing Cupid, don't let your eye. And he said, wow. So check me.
Check me, Shada. But he pulling everything.
So this man is singing as a love song and still pulling it. So I say, Nisa, what you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life? So I had to say, I remember when. I will get it. I will get it.
That is it.
I will get it. One of
That
these
is
days.
it. I know. We had to go and sit down.
Yeah.
And you see, gospel shows, nice. But anytime you get booked for a reggae thing, so.
Yeah. I really have to get the performance because I'm not.
Yeah.
I come from my
What
personality.
you had to do it now? You understand?
Yeah, pull up your pants now. You feel it is.
You had to come and so, right?
You're sickening, man.
Now you had to come on stage.
I had to change my whole outfit for that.
Try, let me see.
I have a shouting and a standing up tonight.
Gosh.
But we'll work out the performance.
You
So
can't walk on stage normally. You have to come on, but you're kicking up so. Bam.
give thanks for the giving of thanks.
And the band had to go so. What's that? Watch right. When they say introduce
So every
Nisa,
time you get up, your pants have to fall
when
down.
they say introduce Nisa, you're off stage like this.
Yeah, the sing from off stage.
And then the beat start. Doom.
Yeah.
Ba-da-da-da-da, bam, bam, bam. Da-da-da-da, you're off stage. And then you're, why-yo! Halloween forever, that's the get the band. No. Pram. You're not on stage yet, eh?
Yeah.
Pram. What's your? Pram. Wickedness to the pam. That is it.
Pull that. I'll get it, I'll get it. But
I got a t-shirt to do that. When you see that is it.
I'll get it. I had a very good experience. I thought no one was listening because I was the oddball out. I was literally the only female. And, I'm like, I don't know these people here and they hair wrap up. And I'm like, what do I do? You know, but
So
I
here,
thank,
Nisana,
I thank God still
all of
for
this smoke, all of this smoke. Yeah, I mean, what smoke? You're not smelling all of that smoke?
This was a lot. Can I tell my story, please? It have parts of my story I want to leave out. You talking my whole thing.
And I
kinda
don't
forget-
allow me to go to Rasta concert, boy.
Hush,
Watch
it
me,
wasn't
Rel
a-
Jones,
it
yes?
wasn't. Could I tell my story, please? Right? So I was very grateful for the space, right? I felt out of place for the most part, but the people were so welcoming and so kind. So after I
If
finished...
Rastafari party talk,
It's
concert,
not
you know.
a party. So after I finished the first song, I couldn't believe that it had, people who actually, as a jump, I was like, oh, they're listening. And then I was nervous to do the second song because it was not reggae. But I believe what I'm supposed to do when I'm given the space is still represent who I am, so that they understand exactly who I am, So doing Make Me Over in that space was a bit, it was scary. But then after the song done, it was more applause.
The amount of Rasta man come up to me and say,
Yeah.
brother, yeah, that's the artist. Yeah, but I say, yeah, them. Like, we exchange numbers now. We want to see if we could get you on a plate and we could get you on a
really?
thing. What?
Oh.
That's a Rasta man, but yeah, man, yeah, no problem.
Give thanks for the giving of thanks. Sure.
Anyway, we didn't even get to the ads yet, boy. Look at the time.
Yeah, we'll
All
get
right,
to the ads. We're
We're going to get to the ads. Right, so that's why we didn't have the podcast last night. Let's get straight into it.
Yes,
Did we start
Ocean.
the show?
No, we didn't. Ocean, I did plan out my pee because I stick to time. So I do makeup this time. I put on the clothes this time. I say, well, all right, I put it on now. I should be able to tinkle in about 2.5 hours. Do that thing, wherever. I'm not expecting to be back and forth.
Look, Toria, what go on, Toria? You all
But
right?
you late so long, I tell Toria good night.
See that.
All right, let's go on with the show.
All right, so welcome inside another edition of... No, we did that already, man.
No, we didn't.
Welcome inside another edition of JD's Vlog. What's up? My name is JD.
My name is Nisa.
And this is the Fry Bacon Lime Shoo! Every single Saturday. Yes, we do it.
Did we?
Yeah, we did it. That's what we ended up telling you about last night.
All right.
We
Hey,
did it already.
Crucial says, good night. Guys, I still haven't recovered from Aurora. Joe!
Well, let me tell you
Aurora
something.
was good. It was.
Aurora was fire. Shout out to Clinical Media, Easy Kevon, and our partners, the whole team. All right, so guess what? Let's jump into it. This first hour is sponsored by, of course, not only this hour, our entire podcast is sponsored by Little Caesars. They are the premier sponsors for Fry Bake and Lime. We say thank you so much to Sue, thank you to Denise and the whole team. We love you guys. And everything we do, they sponsor. So we really, really appreciative of Little Caesars. So guess what? If you never had a Little Caesars pizza before, let me tell you something right now. You're really messing around. And I'm not saying that because they're sponsoring us. No, as a matter of fact, the way and the reason we got introduced to Little Caesars is because I was a fan of the pizza. The first time I went to Canada, I used to see Little Caesars advertisement on TV and then cable, and then, I had one, and then I had the pizza. I loved it. Mm-hmm. And then when it came to Trinidad, to me, the first location was next to KFC in Curep. It used to be there, remember?
Right, yeah.
Right. Anyway, so God put things in place, and now Little Caesars are our official sponsors for Fry Bacon Live. So we want to say thank you so much. This is what they have going on now, still, I believe. They have the stuffed crust cheddar flavored hot and ready pizza,
which we are yet to try.
Yeah, when you say hot and ready, this basically means you could walk in and they pull it out of the prepped oven. I would say it keeps it hot, and then you get it out one time. You don't have to wait. Now, if you have to wait and you have your specialty ordered pizza, it doesn't really take that long either as well, all right? So this is one of my favorite things that Little Caesars has. It's called the Crazy Puffs. It's for the kids and the kids at heart. It's available in pepperoni, hula Hawaiian, and 3 cheese and herb. It's only $20 added. So meaning if you buy a pizza for $90 or any one of the specialty pizzas, if you just add $20, you're going to get 4 of these. And it tastes different. I don't know how to explain that, boy. It's just a bite full of gooey cheese, pepperoni, and pineapple, and it have a kind of juice in it. What do you call it?
It's just juicy. It's a juicier something than the pizza.
Yeah, than the pizza. It's awesome. So I love those a lot. So thank you to Little Caesars. Please stay with us as we get through all of our
These sponsors. Thank you so much. Because
sponsors.
without these sponsors, I think people think when they see these things like on YouTube and stuff, they're probably thinking, what do you mean? Like, no, we're not lying to you all. Because of these sponsors, a lot of things are possible. So we thank all our sponsors for always being on board. All right. So it helps when you guys just bear with us and help us get through the responsibilities before we get to the fun.
And we have some cool sponsors today. Now, guess what? I feel I will come back. All right, you know what? Let me just jump straight into this. So guess what? I don't even know how to set this up. I don't even know how to set this one up.
Bang, bang.
You see this right here, all here? Hey, nah, boy. You see this all here? All here, you see this?
I find that chair looking like... Yeah.
We're doing it again.
The chair giving pimp vibes though.
Nah, man.
It's a little, but yeah.
We're doing it again. Stay locked on to Nisa's social media, to my social media, to Fry Bacon Lime. We're doing it again. We had the first one. It was epic. People had a real ball, right? And in that year, we had a second one. Cascadia Hotel. We went up there, it was mad. The year after, we didn't have it because we had Nisa concert, which was happy in our real life. So we take a break. People keep saying, what boy? All they give up the thing and say, nah. Then we had Aurora this year. We say, hey. We had Aurora and we was going on hold this for next year. And we said, nah, boy. Right? Because people say, We need to have something for the summer. So it's Aurora and then it's this right after. Save the date. More information coming. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You see this one? This one real different. This one, I don't want to get leaky mouth and start a give.
Yeah, you just say save the dates. For those of you who do not know what he's talking about, if you're new here, we are doing the podcast for third time live. You're probably wondering, well, how you just do a podcast live? I know it's not really Trini culture because we're accustomed to either a comedy show or just concerts and stuff like that. So the podcast is the show live. So you're going to get...
Yeah, but don't tell them more. Don't tell them more, right?
So
of course, the first one was really epic. If you went to the first one, we had Vonette Bigfoot perform, Terry Lance perform, Nisa performed, I performed, and that's as much as I will tell you for the first one. The second one, we had who? Blessed, we had Nathaniel. Who else we had in there?
The second one, I can't remember.
Yeah, Blessed, Nathaniel. Brandon was there as well, all right? So this one is everything else on steroids. So save the date, August the 9th. And by this week, my friends, we're going to let you know everything that's going on with Fry Bacon Lime, the event number 3. And we don't play number 2, my youth. Yeah? All right, so thank you so much. This 2 hours is sponsored by Fry Bacon and Lime, the event 3. Bam! This is the next event we go in when it comes to concert and boat ride. You see this here? Praise on Water, 2K25. The Super 7 TNT edition. It's aboard the Harbour Master. It's a big boat, so they can't squeeze up. Boat go be ram, but we can't squeeze up. It's a lot of space. I'm going to be there. Nisa's going to be there. Nigella's going to be there. Jazzy, Jaron's going to be there. Michelle Sylvester. Of course, Blessed Messenger, Reverend Nicole Ballasing. And Sean Daniel is going to be there as well. I
want to read this comment from Jelani. He says, JD, you had to get a unique bum for your show, G. Right now you're playing Funk Master Flex.
Yeah.
So that bum belongs. You see the message that just come up? What was that there?
Who he said? Where?
Some audio, something.
Oh, no. I'll pull it back.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that is, so guess what? Who said that?
Jelani,
first of all, that is not Flex bomb. That is DJ Clue bomb.
Okay.
And then Flex take it. And then Charlemagne the God and them from Breakfast Club take it. And then Charlemagne is say, drop one of Clue's bomb. So, yeah, actually it was from a bomb pack that we purchased. It's the real thing, actually. So, yeah. What good boy?
Yeah, there we go now.
Right, so Praise on Water. It's going to be fire. Don't miss that. Get your tickets now. And that is happening June the 21st. That's this month, the 21st. You don't want to miss that. Okay? Right. So this is where it gets, I will say, super informative now. Kaboom. This hour is sponsored by Bap Low. Wait, let me bring it back here. Okay, cool. Oh, I put up the wrong one. Let me get the other one. All right, so it's Bap's lost weight program.
Is it lost weight or weight loss?
Let me see. Hold on.
Why would it be lost weight?
Lose weight.
Right. Lose weight, lost weight. Let me try to read some comments in the meantime. Doran Slack, yes, I remember you were at the first Fabric and Lime. Make sure that you're at the third one. All right? It's going to be even better, I am thinking.
You know what? Let me see.
Oh, God. So can I just read what's on the screen?
Read some comments now.
No. The stuff that's on the screen, they can see it now?
Yes, they see it.
So can I just read what's on the screen?
Go ahead.
Because waiting on you to makes no sense.
Go ahead.
All right, so, but this is a competition here.
Yes, it's a competition, but I want to get the full page. Hold on now.
All right, so then I had to wait. All right.
Wickedness, the matter.
It's 8 o'clock already, yeah?
Yeah. I want to do this quick. We're going to deal with it.
You have reached the voicemail.
Oh my gosh.
Come now, chick, we trying to call you. I think she said she had some issues with
She have internet. It is dropped, but let me try and see.
Let's see if we get her.
She has a competition going on, but basically, her weight loss program can get you from the person on the left to the person on the right in just hello?
Oh my God.
Drop the call. I want to try again.
So the person on the left is the person on the right?
Right. So the person on the left is the person on the right. And this weight loss program happens, this special senior is in 3 sessions.
Really?
This is 3 sessions. It's no joke. I want to call her back so she could give full explanation. I know she has a competition going on. But I want to, Kenora? Hello there?
Yeah, the service kind of bad, yeah.
Why didn't call her directly?
I try calling her. You hear me?
Kind of.
Kenora, you there? All right. Okay, so.
Because if we're not here now, it's not going to
Yeah. Give me a mic check 1, 2.
Yeah.
Hello?
The service bad.
Yeah.
The service bad.
And that
Okay,
lag,
so
that
let me
lag.
pull. Let me pull the info for you. One second. Read
and
some
just,
comments.
Just let them know what they're talking to each other right now because they're waiting for you to talk. Right? So what we would do is just let you know that we are going to speak to this young lady on the next Friday and Lime. She is the owner or CEO of BAP. I'm not sure of the exact name of her company, but she deals up or deals with, you see this part of us here? Yes, good. Colleen says good night, BAP. Yeah.
Check your phone.
Checking my phone.
Right. So it's BAP weight loss, of course, is a snatch serum.
Really, you're reading slow. So let me read. So this is BAP weight loss. So she has a serum, a snatch. Wow. I'm seeing a snatch serum is at $540. There's extra large BAP. That's 2 serums, $1,500. Well, you're seeing the poster. There is magical scrubs. She has soaps. She has detox. Results 2 weeks max. Of course, there's a consultation, which is important. You don't want to just jump into something without having information. She also does body sculpting and body molding. I know that is also trending. I think I'm kind of interested in that. But remember, we're just previewing it. We're talking to her next week.
Yeah, she's coming in next week, but I just wanted to do a little preview. If this is 3 sessions.
You want to try it on?
I feel like I'm going to try it.
But I want to try it too.
But men,
Yeah, let's... okay.
I feel like I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
Because if this is 3 sessions, and you have serums and whatnot you could take, I feel like you're going to take her to try it,
Yeah, there we
she
go.
does have a competition going on, however. The competition says you could win $5,000 cash. Yes, You definitely read correctly. $500 cash. All you need to do is purchase 2 Bab Snatch and Cream Serum.
Snatch, cream, and serum.
Thank you, Nisa. And
Take out a before and after pic with the same clothes on. Get your friends to like the pic on Bab's PAT. I guess that's her page. So we'll get all that information when we speak to her. And the most likes win. Prizes will be given on July 5th. And God spare, the winner will be announced on the 5th of July.
so this combination, you want to jump in and get in on the action. So this is the number. 396-5834. Give her a call. 396. Here, what to do for me in Asian? You have to do for me, right? Write on this number. 396-5834. Talk to her and get the full information because she's coming in next week, please God. But I still wanted to preview so you all could get a head start on the competition, all right? So you could win $5,000. That is a steal of a deal. 396-5834.
To answer your question, JD, they are saying both men and women are welcome. I don't know why men... Like, there's this thing in the world where everything you had to prove your manhood. Bro, if you need to do something, do it. People's opinions do not make the world go round. So if you're a guy and you need to get your stuff in order and you could jumpstart it at least, just go and do your stuff, man.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to come in so they could, like, probably do a demonstration on you.
Let me see how it was going now. Let me see what will go. Because, we'll work it out.
Yeah. You don't want to miss next week, please God. All right. So Bab, she's going to be in studio with us, answer all the questions. But remember, take the number down so you could get all the information. Give her a call from any morning. Yeah, don't stick. And find out how you could get your products from her. 396-5834. Shout out to Sherwin Winchester. Sherwin Winchester is doing an initiative I think is very cool. He's going around to schools and he's fitting schools with...
The word would be outfitting schools.
Outfitting schools with some needed appliances or fixer-uppers or do-overs in a lot of cases. And he's having events to help fund the projects, right? So he's a part of... Well, he's not doing it. He's a part of the initiative. So Xavier Private School is having their thing. And Nisa, you are on this as well. Nisa, you're all over the place, girl.
In Jesus' name.
Yeah, you're all over the place.
Now we need to take some planes.
Yeah. All right. So, of course, this is how you would like to give to this program, Fry Bacon Lime. You say, JD, we love all you. We know that, you not live in America. You're not located outside of the Caribbean. So our page is not monetized. So if you want to support us, you could do so like this. This is our account, screenshot, and you could send whatever the Lord lay upon your heart. That's if you're in Trinidad and Tobago. All you ask us to put up the account information. This is our Cash App information for New Yorkers, people in America. They use Cash App. No, we don't have the Zelly because we just good with the Cash App. All right, we had enough problems setting this up. You understand? And this is our PayPal for persons outside United States of America and anywhere else who does use PayPal. But thank you so much.
I don't think people understand. Like, because we live in Trinidad, we probably unaware of the restrictions that our region literally has. So imagine I was searching for a song on YouTube and I couldn't find it on YouTube. And Q was like, yeah, remember in all the region, all they don't get everything.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I don't know what's up. I feel like we moving up, but at the same time, we still behind.
Yeah.
Tanika is asking, is it a weight loss drink? When she comes next week, you could ask her all the questions. But for now, I think you can just... Does she have an Instagram page? Kanora, if you're in the live and you have an Instagram page, just tell us so that the people could at least check your page out.
Yeah, look at the Instagram right here. The Instagram page is Babap Spa TT, right? That's BAPSPATT. That's her Instagram.
Yeah, so you can check out the Instagram for now until we talk to her next week.
Yeah, she's going to come in next week.
All right, let's start the show.
And we ain't going straight down tonight, huh?
All right. Let's just have the show.
I don't bother idea. All right, let me go. One time.
JD and Nisa are not professional counselors. We give our views and opinions on real life scenarios that people send to us.
We also encourage our audience to chime in and give their experiences. They are also not professional counselors, unless they are.
Now on to the topic. Watch and enjoy.
Share the live. Share the live. You're watching Fry Bacon Live, the #1 podcast in Trinidad.
Yes,
Number one podcast in Trinidad.
So, of course, you guys know if you want your topics or scenarios or situations talked about, what you can do. A lot of people hit us up. People hit me up on WhatsApp. Some people message on Facebook. But we have an email, which is frybakeandlime@gmail.com. If you're interested, make sure when you send your stuff that it's in the format of at least asking a question. Some people send testimonies, like they will just tell a story. Which is good because we could still do a little back and forth. But the show is all about you sending in your situations or somebody's situation that you know about that may be spicy. Because, I think people think spicy things, like Christians can't talk about it. But sometimes we have the spiciest lives ever. So here we go with the topic for tonight. You sent it to me, right, JD?
Yeah, I did. Check it out.
All right, so here we go. Blessings, Fry Bake. So, my wife, okay, so it's written in dialect.
Right, so wait, hold up. Right, so when she said if I sent it to her, I just forwarded the email. I don't normally read. We like to just, read it on the spot.
So, blessings, Fry Bake. So, my wife does watch alyuh all the time, right? Big up, wifey. Yes, no. Right, so I never thought I would do this, but hear this.
She's a man. Obviously.
She never tell me. Yeah. So I'm uncomfortable with reading obscenities.
Oh, they curse?
Yeah, so how do we get past the obscenities? So she never told me how she was intimate.
What word did he use?
I can't say it.
Read it as it is.
JD, relax. I'm not cursing. It's not my personality. It's not my thing. You want me to curse? I'm not cursing. Are you weird?
No, I don't want you to curse. But what
I'm
word
not reading it.
Well, let me see the word. Let's see how you read this here. Blessings, Fry Bake. So my wife does watch all the time, right? Yes, no. Right. So I never thought I would do this. But here it is now. She never tell me how she...
You just wanted to get to that. I told you it's obscene, and what you think if you read it over, the obscene would change?
No, I thought he used a different word, but he going. All right, so just say just say the F.
I said intimate. She never told me how she was intimate with my brother years ago. And it's how I find out. My brother is getting married, right? And we had a bachelor flick for him. So it's real drinks, and under too much now, he started crying. 3 cryings. And tell me he have something to tell me. Bam. Then he tells me how he was with... Okay, so there's a name. Obviously, I'm not going to call the name. Bam, he tells me
how... Oh, you call names?
Do you have a repetitive something? Like, if I say it, you had to say it back or something?
You want me to read this one?
Let me finish. I don't almost finish. So I'm not going to call the person's name. So bam, he tells me how he was with... so-and-so 10 years ago. It was twice, but only them 2 times. Bruh, 1 is too much.
Wait, hold up. So I'm trying to understand.
What you trying to understand? I'm speaking slowly. He told me he was with who and who 10 years ago.
Oh, who is that? His wife?
Can I read the damn thing, please?
Go ahead.
Bam. He tell me how he was with so-and-so 10 years ago.
Right.
It was twice, but only them 2 times. He say how this dialect is throwing me off.
Let me read it now. You don't know how to read dialect. Give me.
Read from here.
No, I got from the top.
JD, don't do that. Read from he say how.
I confused.
Why are you confused? Because you're interrupting too many times.
All right, so...
He say how
He say how she beg him. She say how she begged me not to say nothing because she didn't want to hurt me, right? And well, he didn't want to hurt me either. And telling me not to tell she to say anything. Begging me as the big brother not to tell she nothing because he don't want his fiancé to know. All you what to do.
So he has a fiancé as well. So the brother has a fiancé.
Yeah, so all you what to do, what you think of this? What to do? Right. So what all you he said, all you think of this. All you think of this. What to do? Anyway, if you read this, I'm sure she gonna know. Can I read this from the top?
No, because you just read slow. I ain't able.
Okay, so basically, all right, so two brothers.
They had a bachelorette party.
They had a bachelor party. One of them drink and get head bad.
Correct. He confessed.
He tell his brother
that he was with
so and so, which I guess is his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his wife. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
He was with so and so 10 years ago.
Twice it happened.
Twice it happened.
Right.
And now, it look balloons. Ooh! And now he's saying, don't go and tell your wife.
Do it again, babe. Do it again.
I don't think what's that. Now he's saying, don't go and tell your wife. Because.
Were you talking slow, boy? Obviously.
I was figuring it out. Don't go and tell your wife. Because she didn't know. She say he beg.
Obviously, she don't want the man to find out. She just say, don't tell him.
Yeah, don't tell him.
You taking 5 years to say that?
And then say, don't tell she nothing because he don't want his fiancé to know too.
There we go.
And he's saying, what do you think of that?
Basically, you're all right. Your brain good. You're hurting because
yeah, boy.
You figuring it out. Give me a headache. Cheers. All right, let me look at some comments.
Yeah, that one is a kind of scene too. That one is a scene, you know.
I think we've touched this before in this show. Siblings crossing the line. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Let me try to get to some. Well, I lost all my comments, so let me see. Hey, Oshania says 50 people share the live, please. Hi, Sandra Lendor. She says, good night, JD and Nisa. My love, you all.
Would you go and tell...
Cohen asked if it's a caveman who wrote that email. It was just written in dialect, so it was just...
Yeah, you know, sometimes persons... I guess they write how they speak, you know? All right, so if that happens, you was with a family member 10 years ago, but you come and they tell them, listen, you don't have to, they're begging you not to go and tell the person who was 10 years ago, and on top of that, you don't want the person who you're going and get married to know, to find out.
Yeah. You know, it's a different situation, but it's the same topic. Remember, anytime you're talking about relationships, it's basically umbrella topics. Most times, what we talked about before will come back. You know, so it's not like, as I said, it's not like the first time we're talking about something where we had siblings crossing the line. What I think about it is, I know what it's like. Unfortunately, I've been in situations where it didn't even matter. Like, if brother is attracted to you, they would just still shoot their shot or try to do what they want to do. I get it. But then at the same time, I do get it. Right? Keeping secrets. And this could even be closing thoughts right now because to me is a wrap.
Yeah, but it happened 10 years ago. So what your brother's saying is...
Okay,
so he have a couple struggles to deal with. One, you never tell your brother. You're telling him now after 10 years. But then you're saying... Your wife begged me not to say nothing because she didn't want to hurt you and I didn't want to hurt you either.
Obviously.
Right? But now I going to get married. You can't tell she. How you going to tell she? Because I don't want my fiancé to find out because I going to get married the next day.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this is...
That's a scene. I mean... I'm sure there were parts where the brother and the two brothers maybe went through the, how you could do me that and anything. But the bottom line is, the brother is now asking, don't go and tell your wife. Well, I'd be like, so what? Why you care if I tell she?
Kenora says, I can't do that, and I in your face. Husbands and wives cheat on each other and remain in each other's faces. So I don't think siblings, I don't know, this whole thing gave me a headache. As I said, I know what it's like to have been in the space where you're being almost pursued by brothers, and it's almost like they don't care. You know, it's like a trophy for two of them to get through. And JD just kind of speak about that at times. You know, like it's a pips for guys to say, oh, I was with her and I was with her.
Well, long time.
But then when it comes to marriage, you know, they want a pure. Sickening. I don't get it.
Ocean says the time doesn't matter. A serious conversation between them.
Between all
of them needs to. Ocean, the man going and get married the next day, need to be had.
But her saying she and the brother on strippiness.
Well,
you know, I'm 44 now. So if I look at myself 10 years ago, I would have been 34. And if I do a drop back again, 24. My 24-year-old self was not my 34-year-old self. And my 34-year-old self wasn't my 44-year-old self. So probably they were on strippiness, Ocean, at the 24-year-old selves.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not excusing it, but they clearly were on strippiness 10 years ago.
Crucial.
And then twice.
He just be on radio with us?
I can't remember.
And I remember saying, I like this name, Crucial. Easy Crucial, big up.
And then the twice is what making me feel sick, even though it was so long ago, because, you know, you're seeing your partner, and now you're creating these stories in your mind that, you know, them longing for the body and the experience of the other person. So why I went back? So why I went back? You went back.
You never do nothing, ship it twice?
Yeah, because you wanted it. And that's what I'm saying. To get that out of your head now, it's tough.
You know what mash me up too? Is how the man say, and I'm sure she's seeing this, you know.
Yeah, well, so he clearly willing to risk everything. There are a lot of questions still to be answered to know how best to respond. If that happened before he married his wife, then that's the past. So it's not the past if he wasn't married. What if they... But as a brother, she should have told his brother about the involvement. If they were already married, he still should have told his brother, and the wife should have told her husband, even before they got married, that they were involved. He came clean, and that's what's important. Ooh. He cannot carry the burden anymore. That's a lot there. That's a lot there. That's a lot there. I appreciate the fact that he's saying he came clean, and that's what's important.
Right.
That's almost like bro, like I get everything.
Yeah, but he come clean now, but he begging his brother not to say nothing because he don't want his wife,
you know,
his fiance who go and get married next day to know.
Marlene Wilson says, I will ask the sister lady if all the family meals eaten nice, or they all different. Just asking for a friend. 10 years licks sweet and still.
10 years licks sweet and still.
This, you know what this reminds me of? When people think that knowledge just disappear from your brain. Like, if I know my partner was with somebody 10 years ago, you just think that because it was 10 years ago, that's not weird. It's weird, bruv. It's weird. So it's best I don't know certain things because you can't just be around me acting all normal and I know that you was 69 and 29 and with the person I with.
What would it do though?
It makes you feel gross.
All right, but if you go and tell your wife, so, you was with so-and-so 10 years ago, I find out now. That is grounds?
It's grounds to ask for a little space.
But not grounds for divorce?
Well, in the word of God, infidelity is grounds for divorce. Right?
10 years after?
So it's grounds.
10 years
That's
after?
why I just tell people just think that they could hold on to things and live with the guilt. Watch me, every time you go and lie down in the bed in the night, that your guilt just rub you like a big cornmeal dumpling. We are not created to deal with guilt. You just had to tell somebody, a psychiatrist or something. We just had to tell somebody. Hey, Aldon is in the live. Aldon says, can I see what Aldon says?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Alan, what going on? Big up.
Aldon says, from the time he confessed, nice pick, you're growing up. From the time he confessed, the reality is that a mature and real conversation has to happen. But how that conversation going to happen, boy? Whoa.
Why not divorce, JD? Because why you lying so long and what else you lying about? Why women just do that? Why all ladies have to say, you lie here, what else you lying about?
Because that is what...
Can somebody just lie and...
No, because...
lie once?
No, because then it makes you wonder exactly what... So if I recognize you've been dishonest with me about something, then I start to be like, whoa, like what else has this person been dishonest with me about? It's a very natural course of action. Quesadilla, good night. I think I'm saying good night for the first time.
Easy Quesadilla, she's on YouTube. Big up.
They need supernatural help. How are you going to figure that out on their own? I just know that the human brain is a capsule.
We need to close off this hour.
The human brain is a capsule. And we just keep things on there. These memories don't leave like people do. They stay there. Well, what have your attention now? You're going silent.
No, I'm looking. I'm looking at StreamYard upgrade with the thing in the corner. It's pretty cool. All right, so thank you for 13 shares. Drop a bomb for you for 13 shares. I humbly ask, if you have not shared the live yet, please do so now. Let's try to get this, get it up to like a little 50 shares so we can have persons coming on the action. What is it, a phone call? Jackson calling one time,
There we go.
All right, Jackson, let me take a call.
I was going to say something, but I'll wait for him to... All
right, Jackson, you get cut off.
Yeah, so I was asking how you're having the conversation, bro. Like, I'm trying to see the setup. Everybody call everybody over. We sit down and you just had to say it. You set it up, of course, but you just have it, I guess.
Let's close off this hour. Yes. This hour is sponsored by, of course, always Little Caesars.
Yes, I.
Definitely top-notch leading pizza brand in Trinidad and Tobago. They have this stuffed crust going on right now. It's $105. We're just skimming through. And this hour is sponsored by Friday and Lime, the podcast event number 3. This is a save the date for this episode. All we're telling you and asking you to do is go in your calendar, save the date, open your calendar. Everybody, please, open your calendar, August the 9th. Save the date. We're going to give you more information about venue, about cost, about every single thing that's happening. We're going to have a ball. We had one. If you don't know what I'm talking about.
This is how you're skimming through?
Yeah, this is our live event. Like what we do here, we just have it at a place and it's be awesome. This is the 3rd one. It's going to be crazy. All right. Also, bang, right? BAP, weight loss program is happening right now. She's coming in next week, please God, but I just wanted to prep you all to give you all some information. And I want to give all the phone number so you all could ring up her phone from tonight. Write down the number 396-5834. She's going to be in with us next week, please God, but she has a competition going on right now. All right, that's the BAP SB competition. You could win $5,000. And all you have to do is purchase 2 BAP Snatch cream and serum, all right, and take out your before and after pictures with the same clothes on, and you get your friends to like it on social media. That's BAP Spa TT. I believe that's on Instagram. And the most likes definitely win. All your $5,000 could be a scene out here, right? The number again, 396-5834. BAP is also in the comment section. We'd like to take a phone call with her, but where she is right now, she cannot take the phone call. Yeah.
All right. I want to just read some comments before we go to the break, all right? Where is it? Kenora, which is Bap Bap. She is saying, nah, I go remember the jam.
Huh?
And no, remember we talking about
right, you remember.
how people just think, like, bro, listen, real talk, there are some things I can't remember. Like, I know I'm aware in my head and in my life that people were partners, but I can't remember anything.
Someone is saying best product ever.
What's her name? Who's saying it? Venetia? Is it Venetia?
She's talking about the Baba products, all right?
Okay, Venetia, I feel you're egging me on. I'm really... I tried one of her products before, and I did see stuff, but I didn't continue.
You didn't know it wasn't consistent?
I wasn't consistent.
I gonna do it.
But yeah, don't talk over me now.
Go ahead now.
Right? There are some things that you just don't remember. But in your anger now, when you're fighting with your partner about somebody that was, in the moment you're just thinking, yes, you remember it, you remember how she feel, you remember how she smell, you remember how this, that, and the other. But I am also saying that we don't remember everything. And I could attest to that. Unless, I guess it depends on how magical the experience was. And you could just go back and just drink it. But,
I was the time people I don't remember at all. Never happened to you?
I just say that. I just say that.
Well, why had it?
Because I literally just say it.
No, I'm talking about like somebody say.
Well, yeah, you think if you ask me in Spanish, I go forget? I just say it have people that you know you were with, but you can't remember nothing. You're listening with your tonsils again.
How much people so with you?
I don't know. But we don't do that. Right? That we keep it level. He calling now, and now we're supposed to go to the break.
We're going to the break.
But take the call.
All right, let me take the call quick before we go to the break, right? Hold on.
Why didn't plug anything one time?
It's supposed to stay in,
That's the thing.
It's supposed to stay in.
Answer the... I just say that.
Well, my brother, good night.
Say that. I just say that.
You know? Why had it?
Because I literally we hear in the podcast, you know, here.
No, I'm talking about like, bam. There you go. You there now? Try again.
Papa, you like we had to go to the break?
Let's go to the break. When we come back, we'll take the phone calls, all right?
Put up crucial and keep it.
Keep it there? Okay, cool.
Break time.
The new stuffed crust cheddar flavor has a stuffed crust covered in cheese. Now loaded with an irresistible cheddar flavor inside and out. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. Pizza.
Bold Designs is a unisex accessory line. They specialize in custom designs for the people who like to stand out. As their slogan says, different is memorable. You can shop online at Bold Designs on Facebook or IG, or you can visit their physical store at 30 Cane Farm Road, Twin City. Physical and electronic gift certificates are available.
Share the live. Share the live. You're watching Fry Bacon Live, the #1 podcast in Trinidad.
That's right, the #1 podcast in Trinidad. And of course, we are heading across to your calendars. Save the date. We are having our live event number 3. It's going to be fire.
So for those of you who are now joining, shame on you, but we're still glad to have you. Of course, we smack dab into the topic. If I have to summarize it, well, a brother confessed to another brother that he was intimate with his now wife over
10 years ago.
Over 10 years ago. And, they're trying to figure out how to move on.
Because the wife told him, don't tell him. But
Anything.
the wife told him 10 years ago, don't tell your brother nothing.
Which we
And
get.
both of them didn't want to hurt the brother.
Weird.
Right?
That's weird.
But he had get bad because they had a bachelor party and he drink.
Don't tell him because we don't want to hurt him, but let's just do this and hurt him. It's weird. Don't tell him.
Anyway, he drink
but just
and he head get bad.
It's weird.
And he cry. You know that kind of head bad
I'm
where you
not.
start to cry?
No, I'm not aware, sorry.
Your head ever get so
No,
you ever get
I
so
just-
drunk
I
that
just
you
said-
just start to cry for nothing?
I just said that I'm not aware.
That is worse.
I know what that excessive drinking feels like. It happened to me one time, and I made a decision, a concerted, not effort because there was no effort needed to be made. I just made a decision that I would never get to this. But like, what is that? That's dumb. Like you doing that to feel that way. That's make
And
it
that
make
was
sense.
because of me, eh?
Yes, it was. Make it make sense. Why are we doing that to feel stupid in the morning? Get it together. So yeah, never happened.
Yeah, he said that.
Never gonna happen again. I thought I was pregnant. I'm like, what is happening? Why do I feel so horrible? What is going on? The whole world is spinning.
Yeah, babe,
JD,
I'm flying.
why are you lying? Why are you lying, bro?
You want me to get them the real, I can't get them the real story.
Why would you even say that? Like, why would you want to give them, like, nothing?
Your
don't
head
mean-
did real gone though.
So hear this, right? Nothing don't matter to you, right? You
No,
just
I wouldn't
open your
of
mouth.
course I wouldn't give them the details, but I know your head did go on bad. It was
I
funny.
don't think it's a matter of that. There are
Your
some
head had
people,
gone bad.
listen to what I'm saying.
Janissa,
Because- could I
your
tell-
head did go on bad.
could I tell
you
my
did
own
not
story?
remember nothing the
Can
night
I
before.
tell my own story? If I'm not accustomed consuming, I don't need to drink a whole lot to get there. You understand? My body is not going to react. It's like your body get rid of something. So I did it. The way you say them, your head did bad. Boy, I am not accustomed doing that.
Did I
you're
get a
sickening.
see?
You're sickening.
Did I get a see?
I don't know what I do. You're sickening, okay?
Anyway,
You're
I
telling-
take full responsibility.
Thank
that
you.
Nisa told me that she don't drink alcohol. So I say one night, I say, so your head, you never get your head bad? No, I'm not a drinker myself, but I think, she should have had at least a little life experience before the Lord come.
That is, listen, you.
Anyway, we
boy,
mash up our white oak bottle. She mashed up our white oak bottle, boy. That was about a couple years ago.
It was not a couple. A couple is 2 years, and that
No,
is
it's not a
incorrect.
couple. It's about 5 years ago.
So you say 2 years ago. You know where I was 2 years ago?
I'm talking about
Real
couple.
preaching and thing on the couple is 2. That is incorrect information.
Anyway, she had it gone.
Oh my God.
I had to drag she to the car. She don't remember going to the car. She don't remember going upstairs. Home, nothing. It was real. It never happened again, though. But yeah. Anyway, so I take full responsibility.
I don't like how you just tell stories and you exaggerate to the point where people could be like, bro, tell the story properly. Tell it like if you have some class.
That's the whole thing on the story there.
Boy, you just get
And
me
here she now.
so mad.
Here she now. What is this? Yeah, man, it was a flavored.
Somebody said, Nisa, we listen and we don't.
It was a flavored.
Judge me.
That time the
okay?
watermelon white oak did now come out, but the watermelon white oak, it's sweet, yeah, she. But this is not bad, and I put some Sprite. I put some Sprite here. But this is tasty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah. By the 5, 6, 7, she didn't know when she go. She didn't know when she gone.
You don't know when to stop.
Hey, hear that?
Judy, can we move on?
It's funny, but here the joke, eh? We went to karaoke now, We went to karaoke. So somebody he now see we, hear the woman, hear the girl. And I like alcohol, let's have Christians.
That's not funny, JD.
No. I can laugh at it because I know I'm a Christian. And we were just having our experience. So what's the hell with she? She trying to judge me. First of all, how you know we? She well know me, yeah? For you to know we, that mean you from the church too. We not there every Saturday. You understand? Anyway, so we was having our time, we was having our time. She come to spoil me fun. And but like she headed bad too because she wanted to fight. Yeah, who she want to fight? Remember?
You don't know when to just done a
yeah,
story.
Remember the fella say, JD, don't study she. I said, what going on with she? And she want to fight him. What going on with she, dog? And he said, nah, she just, thing whatever. I said, nah, and get she out of here now.
Can we move on?
That was one night, That night was real juice, yes. Anyway,
let's move on.
Her head never get bad after that, Pauline. So anybody who probably did see us then and see me trying, and Nissan are really light, eh?
You know who heavy? Eh? And it's not the body, she face. Heavy, spirit heavy. Don't start me.
I was just saying, it's not a federal way to lift up.
Don't start me at all.
Anyway, remember, she was pushing hard on. I hold you so.
JD, you don't know when to stop, boy.
And drag. Boy, good thing I was working out in the gym and thing. I was bench pressing all kind of 200 plates and things, so I was good.
And this is why in life you must learn to tell your own story. Because when people try to tell their story for you, they just exaggerate and elaborate.
That long time.
And give the wrong impression. Can we move on with the show? Thanks.
That game up, we went and tell all the pastors in the nation how we was in the karaoke. That's why we ain't get no booking. Me ain't think with them, them doing worse than people out here. So what, we went a little karaoke. What the problem is?
Can I continue reading the comments?
Go ahead now.
All right, so we're going with Candy, or is it Candice? Candice says, first of all, trust is broken. Other questions is now birthed like, what else are you lying about? And if they have kids, I wonder if they are mine. It is a lot to unpack at this point. Bring it all out and allow the person to heal at their own pace. You see that at your own pace? People who hurt people don't understand that. Right? So they think that when they tell you something, that you're dealing with it now. Tomorrow, they might get you 48. But woe unto you if a year into this, you are still not healed. Right? So let the person heal at their own pace. If it works, bless God. If not, I hope lessons were learned.
Call now. Fry bacon line.
While we wait to see if anybody calls. Somebody say, JD, like your head bad now.
Nah, my head don't get bad again. I long time I'm talking about.
Very unattractive, right? That's
head bad.
Let's not talk about that.
Nah, my head is bad.
Crucial says we are focusing on the brother, but what about the woman who is now a wife? Both the brother and the wife had a responsibility to speak on the involvement. From the time you realize your brother with a girl you were involved with say something, this woman could have told her husband about the involvement with the brother and let him make a choice if he wants to continue with the relationship or not. It's a conversation not for the faint of heart, but also for the mature in mind.
724-4249.
Call now. Fry bacon line.
What do you think about conversations that not for the faint of heart, by?
Conversations. I'm trying to find I need to familiarize myself with StreamYard. Why am I not finding anything?
Yeah, well, you can't do that now, we have a show. You had to do your tutorial when, you understand, when we're not live. Venetia, All right, let me see where we are now, because I'm seeing a lot of comments. Is that same person?
No, let me see. Friday, good night.
Brother.
Whoa, you know you're in the show, right?
Yep.
All right.
Good night.
Boy, what do you think of this one, boy?
Hey, let me say good night to Nisa.
Hey.
How things?
I real good. Blessings.
Yeah. You're happy in our real life.
All the time, Give thanks for the giving of thanks.
Don't know about this one. This one is serious, And that's where open conversation between partners is very crucial. Because when you're going to get yourself joined to somebody, you can't have any skeletons in your closet. And as a brother, you have a responsibility to your brother. From the time I see my brother show up with a woman I know I was involved with, I go and pull him aside easy. Say, here what you seen now, boy, this who you're with? But here what is he seen? This is what happened, so and so and so and so. And he from that will know if he want to continue with that or not.
Yeah.
Because if it is that I spoke to him and the woman did not speak to him, she coming into the same family and she see me and she with him and she ain't say nothing and she keep a secret. And I tell him and he realized I tell him and she ain't tell him nothing, then he had to know decisions had to be made from that.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He had to understand the decision has to be made based on that.
Because it's like they take away his choice by being silent.
Correct. They gave him no choice. So now he's joined to somebody that if he would have had the information before, it seems now from his submission, he would not have been joined to.
Well, buddy, we don't know if it was before he got married or after he got married, huh?
That is true. But if it's before, then okay. This conversation still had to be had to take place.
Yeah.
Right.
Still had to take place. So let's say it happened before they were even married. If it happened before they were married, he is now joined to somebody that if he would have had this information, he would not have been joined to based on the submission that he has made.
Right.
And also, if it happened during their marriage, he is also still joined to somebody based on the submission he has made that he doesn't wish to be joined to. Now, there's this brother who, to a certain extent, betrayed his brother's trust, asking his brother now to be lenient with him for something that he doesn't want done to him.
Yeah.
But that's not what grace is about, though.
That's what grace is about. That's what grace is about. That's what forgiveness is about also.
Yeah.
But let me say something, JD. Forgiveness, and that's what sometimes we get twisted with. Forgiveness doesn't take away the pain sometimes, eh?
Just like apologies do
We were
fix
talking
everything.
about that on radio
Correct.
this week, you know.
Correct.
Yeah. Forgiveness doesn't sometimes take and it's only a true relationship with God and a true connection with God will take away whatever. But sometimes even seeing people, there's be constant reminders of the pain you went through. Eh?
Yeah, of course.
True. So here now,
So,
let me ask you, if you were in that situation 10 years after your brother come and tell you, hey, this thing happened with your wife, but I go and get married now and, you know, I don't want my fiance to find out. You think we could just bury the hatch and just forget about this? One, you're going and tell your wife, your brother, you're going and tell your wife you know. Two, are you now going to risk your brother's happiness with his marriage that's about to happen?
I confronted my wife for sure. Let me tell you why. Me not confronting her is me living the same lie that they told to me. And that's me being as duplicitous as they were to me. I'm not going to do that. Because I'm going to have to pretend to be happy, pretend not to have this knowledge, act normal with something that is boiling inside of me, and then that will not come out, that will come out in resentment.
Yeah.
And that makes no sense. In terms of him and his fiancée, that's external to her. She's an innocent agent in this entire thing.
Correct.
Right.
And I will not be facetious. I will not be revengeful to her. She doesn't deserve that. But who I'm dealing with are the persons who would have perpetrated whatever act on myself.
Yeah.
I'll deal with them.
Yeah. You can't keep that in your head. Well said.
Yeah, I like it. Make me drop a bomb for no.
Thanks, Joel.
Easy, Joel.
No problem.
Yo,
Yes,
Joel, you
I-
have to do. You see your phone? You have a calendar on your phone?
I don't know the 9th of August, brother.
Don't know. That's what we saying.
Yeah.
You're going to have a time in that one. Trust me, it's different.
All right, cool.
All right, blessing. Straight.
Yeah, take care, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, big man thing. He talk like he say, yo.
You have to, bro. My
So
thing.
the saying is, who feels, so what you don't know don't hurt you is really a serious thing then?
Except what you don't know can hurt you, because as we see in here,
No, but he know for 10 years.
What I'm saying is, in the realm of your choice gets taken away from you, as he was stating, you never tell me. So now I'm in a situation where if I had information, I may not have made the choices that I've made. You understand? So it did hurt him. What you don't know can hurt you. And all I know is from experience, people just think they could hold on to, they could keep things inside and all them kind of bacchanal.
Let's take our next one. Friday Bacon Lime, good night.
Good night, JD. Good night, Lisa. How are you?
Yo, Wagwanji.
I okay. I wanna I had three things that I need to touch on tonight. Number one,
Okay.
the show's supposed to go. I hear you talk about they ain't going the full length tonight, but that is unfair. Number one, we didn't have any show yesterday. And then we had it tonight, but you and Lisa took at least 35 minutes reminiscing
That's
about.
part of the show.
No, it was reminiscing about a show that you were on, which was okay.
That part of the
But I
show,
was
man.
saying, yeah, but we need an extension. All right. Number two, I want to deal with. JD, I was just talking about you and Lisa. When you all know I listen to everything.
Everything.
When you and Lisa got drunk and she didn't know what you talk about it. But if you know, I send a text and tell you, if you carry out somebody and then they get them drunk and take them back home, it's considered date rape. Be careful. And number three, all right, JD.
Oh boy.
It had no date raping going on.
Listen to the man.
No, because I hear a certain time Lisa said she was sick because she thought she was pregnant. So
you see how
what she said too.
You see how words
That
can,
was she's
you see how words can
exactly.
But the problem is, I know why I say no. So he could joke and I can't joke. Well, it's sick, no. How you know?
Everybody can joke.
Well, so how you know me and joking?
People listen to
every word.
I not mad with you know.
I like
all
you,
I'm saying, all I saying, when you say you get drunk and Jesus say you don't know yourself and he take you home and then you say you was sick because you thought you was pregnant. I mean, that's a story for a case.
No, hear
That's
me.
a case.
Mr. Jacksonville, hear what I'm telling you. What I'm stating is emphatically so. Remember, I have a 23-year-old son. So what I feel, I say, but what is this boy? Why was this feeling so?
No. The pregnancy
Yeah,
wasn't because of any act. It was because of the alcohol giving her the emotion
Oh, you see,
of
you gotta
yes,
be careful
I-
where you say out here because I was
careful,
telling Lisa
yeah.
Don't point
that
in
I
my
know a
face.
good lawyer, that I know a good lawyer, and we could deal with that because that is date rape.
Oh, God. Yeah. Jacksonville, would you continue, sir?
All right, let's know. With that brother situation, as far as I understand, when you all were reading,
Yeah.
it sounded to me like he was with her first. That's how it sounded to me. Not like it was the brother wife and the girl knock off her she 10 years ago. It sounded like they were boyfriend and girlfriend first before the big right.
Yeah, that's
So
my
in
impression.
that case there, I don't see, I mean, everybody's saying a lie and a lie. I don't see a lie because if you ask me a question,
Oh God, come on.
it could never be. Come on, Nisa.
Nah, man.
If me as a man meet my woman and they actually ask, so what's your body count? We're using the word body count. All right? And she give me a body count, like we say 19. But it come now 10 years after now, and this brother now telling me that he was one, so he make 20. That is a lie then. Now she lied to me. Because she didn't mention her brother. All right, maybe they never had the conversation. I don't see nothing. I find they're blowing this out of a big thing because I don't really see the brother have a cause was to tell me I was with she first. And then again, if there's brothers, he's supposed to know his brother past relationships, that he was with this girl first or whoever. I mean, 10 years pass. I don't see the problem in 10 years pass. Chopping water don't ever leave mark. For 10 years, you even seen a ripple. So I don't see nothing big in that.
So,
And,
but the
man,
knowledge, just the knowledge, though, Jackson, the knowledge is that's a lot to deal with.
But the brother who talk, I think his wife's supposed to pay closer attention to him now because he look like when he drink, he talk. He ain't supposed to talk. He ain't supposed to drink. Because I wanna
clearly.
I mean, what get into you after you drink and get drunk and start to cry like a little bitch?
That
Sorry for my language.
is an indication of the fact that the guilt was always riding him. That's what I think. You understand? So the alcohol just threw it over the top.
So the guilt he had was riding that he started crying. But when he was riding the girl, she wasn't crying.
Oh God,
he
you
wasn't that.
know how that is go, Jackson. Oh God, oh God.
You understand? No, what I'm saying, what guilt he could have to mess up a marriage what so long gone, and you now getting into one that he just like confusion and stir up shit in the pot. That's where I see. Because me see nothing to, I didn't see nothing in it that I was with. Come like this. Why would we be upset with our parents? Like we mother, she'll ever tell us how much boy she had before she was
she
with,
chose daddy?
with the father, before she chose daddy. But we ain't vexed with she call she a liar. Daddy ain't tell me how much woman he had before he was with mommy.
Yeah, but that's
We ain't calling
different,
he a liar.
Jackson. That's different
All
because
I'm just saying, but 10 years ago, I mean, Lisa, I mean, I find there's nothing to be digging up no goddamn casket to find out where the person died from.
So
10 years gone.
So let me ask you, Jacksonville. You are in this situation, your brother come and tell you, 10 years this happened. Would you now go and tell your wife you find out? And also, would you now jeopardize your brother's marriage or let your fiance know, hey, so happen? Because remember, all of them is family.
Yeah, but I said, me as me, I go come back and tell my wife I found out, but guess what? I come in a kind of, in a fun way. Hey, so you never tell me, but that my smaller brother used to, in a joke way. Because it was 10 years, and then again, he's my brother.
Bruh.
It's not like it's a stranger.
Okay, so check this out. But check this out. Because we don't know the actual scenario, if it was before marriage or after.
But Jackson
so
saying it don't matter. He's saying it don't matter.
Wait a minute. If it's after marriage, it don't matter either for you?
No. That's what I say. As far as the letter sound like it was before marriage, but no, if it was after marriage and he take a 2 knock, no, we gonna have a problem. Understand what I'm saying?
You gonna tell she?
No, she getting some right hand like Susu. Hell alone.
No violence.
No, ain't no violence. I say Susu again. She Susu hand. Ain't take no violence there. No.
Even if it's 10 years, because you now say about chopping water and all kind of thing, like 10 years ago.
That listen, chopping water when he was as far as we understood, like he was with Chief first, I was okay. But you talking about I was married to the woman 10 years ago. We going down the road and you went and take 2 knock. That's a different kind of chopping water. Now you know what the hell you was doing. That's your brother wife. His wife already. You get into somebody business there. That's a whole different scenario.
What
but
would
he
you?
was with Chief first, and then I come with her after.
You
10
leaving
years
she?
past.
You leaving? Would you
I see
leave her
nothing wrong
after
with
that? Would you leave her after that if it happened while you was married, but 10 years ago you married?
Listen, I wouldn't leave her. But I mean, you know that I heard to jump. Again, I say, is a family member, so I may even take it, differently.
Okay.
So if a stranger do it, no. I mean, come on, yeah. If that family give me a little butt, I'm gonna take it different. I would take it different. If it's a free will now, I'll be watching she more now because if a family could hit, somebody else could also hit.
Hey boy.
I could be watching she. But
all right.
Life is about. I know, life is a rough thing. I mean, this is chess and it's not checkers.
Yeah.
And I mean, you just gotta take it with a grain of salt, boss man. If you're listening, I mean, everybody make their little mistakes. They do a little thing. I ain't see this is no reason for you to route up your wife or something that happened 10 years ago.
Well,
I mean,
in the email he say, I sure
she here.
If we read it, I sure she go.
Because she does watch.
See. That is right. That
well,
one.
So it kind of says where he is, like he don't care then.
Well, if she listening, ma'am, whoever you be, you ain't do nothing wrong as far as I concerned. I mean, it's a little wrong really if you was already married to the brother and then you get the little brother a little knock. I mean, I mean, but still, we don't know the real story behind why she even gave a little knock if she was married already.
Even if
we don't know the story about it.
Even if, I discovered there's nothing warrants or excuses cheating. Nothing. Even if your partner being bad to you, I think you should just get out.
Of course not.
Get out of Dodge, get out of the situation rather than try to justify cheating. That's what I had to learn the hard way too. Like, you treating me bad, this relationship ain't working. If I'm giving my affections to someone else, it means that I'm already gone. I rather break things off and then, because cheating, there's nothing that excuses
I understand that and I agree with you, but I'll tell you something,
Oh God, you want to hurt me?
No, I'm going to hurt nobody. At the end of the day, guess what? All of we cheats, is something that can't stop.
Hear this,
Because
eh?
listen,
I rebuke you.
I know, no, this is the truth. We being truthful. I be walking my wife. I look just this weekend. I make sure she watching it.
You're sickening.
I in the store. I in the store. I in the store with my wife and
And
a
you're
little thing
watching,
passed us and all of that.
a
And I did
little
what I will be very truthful.
okay.
JD wouldn't say yes. We all
No,
take a little glimpse.
I don't take no glimpses.
Whatever,
I
JD,
don't
you
take-
started
I
so
don't
I
too
don't
much.
take
Yeah,
no
I
glimpses.
got.
I don't. Listen, first of all,
Okay,
I
what
don't
to
even
do?
see
Don't
nothing
make
out
me
in my.
uncomfortable on my own show tonight for me, please.
Nisa,
You understand what I'm telling you? Let me
Nisa,
let
but
me
look, my
remain
wife,
friends.
I actually already. I actually already. I mean, she may see a guy pass and she will say, yeah, he a nice guy.
Okay, but
I mean, me and she
Jacksonville,
just had a conversation.
Jackson, that is so different.
Nisa don't even see. Nisa
Hello,
never
do
said
not speak
anything
for me.
about you. See, she
Do not- hey.
You ever tell me you see a nice
Do
guy
not,
or what?
hey, relax. Jacksonville, here's what I'm telling you. Right?
Uh-huh.
I have been down this road enough times to know that I am no longer interested in living that life. Is that
No,
okay?
it's not because you're interested in
do
it.
you respect what I'm saying? You
Yes, I
understand
do
what I'm
respect it,
saying?
but you gotta remember something, Nisa. We
That's all I
all
say.
human. Not that we gonna make
Not
a
me.
Me
move
ain't saying that.
or lusting or not
I
or nothing like
understand
that.
what
you know.
you're saying, but
You on your own, sir.
Our eyes will. I shouldn't say stray, but we can't stop ourselves from seeing certain stuff.
yeah, I agree.
I don't
You know?
see anything.
Jerry, relax yourself now. What he's saying is
Jerry,
was
shut
a
up. I
fundamental
said it, you.
truth. But what I am stating is the hell.
Hey, Dan, come on the show tonight. I need you back in.
Have you read my book as yet, Jacksonville? I have had a
No, I've
very
never read it.
sexual immorality, and I'm saying it as it is, ruined my life and the lives of my parents and other people as well. Right?
Okay,
so
okay.
I am simply saying my decision to even entertain a relationship on this level again. I am not saying I am an angel and I could never, but I just know that I am no longer interested in living that type of life. I am not talking about
Nisa, I understand that.
and this, that, and the other.
I understand
Me
that.
ain't going through that, bro. I'm not going through that.
No. Because I've been through that and I'm not going to do it. But like I get to say, I will see certain people pass and find the look, you know.
But me ain't talking about that, you know. Whatever you find, put it in your pocket.
Nice.
Good.
Oh, God, Lord,
Whatever
Father, you know what? I
find,
love
put it in your
breakfast.
pocket.
I love breakfast. I love fried bake and lime. And no matter what, I'm going to come here and speak what's on my heart.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Yes,
all right? And like I always say, we come here to be truthful to each other. We come here to learn from each other. Okay? Our eyes will stray because my eyes still do. I'm 55, even though I know I can't interfere with nothing. I ain't going to interfere with nothing. But I will see certain people and say, no, hey, they don't look good. In my young age, and if I didn't have to use my blue and thing here, you know what? Whatever. But that's about it.
Well, good for
that's
you,
about it.
Good for you. You gotta know what is work for you, you know? Hey.
I'm
blind.
I'm
deaf and blind, sir. Right? I am with Nisa 100%. I would Nisa 100%.
No confusion on Friday and line. Let me get off of this phone.
To hell with you, Jacksonville. To hell with you.
Y'all enjoy the rest of your night.
You too. I can't take it.
All right.
Me ain't talking about your eye, and if your eye, me talking about your eye. I am talking about the fact that it's just like if you had an addiction before, you can't be delivered from certain things. It doesn't. No, there's a scripture that says, "Take heed lest you fall." You understand? So that cognizance of your humanity is very important. I could be a murderer tomorrow. I don't know what could happen. It could be by default.
Right.
That what you call it, self-defense or whatever the case is. You don't know what you're capable of in your flesh. But I am emphatically stating that I know the pain and stress associated with sexual immorality, and I just don't want it. At 44 years old, I am done with that kind of thing. And that's all I said.
I take one more.
Who is this now?
You wouldn't believe Jacksonville make me call back.
Talk to me.
I can't sit down there and listen to him spew all of that kind of
God.
nonsense.
That means go call back.
God, not the nonsense.
Let me hear
not the nonsense.
Yeah, boy, he can't be talking them kind of things. Let me say something from a biblical perspective.
Let me hear you.
The Bible says, will you continue in sin that grace may abound?
No.
So to say this thing that everybody does cheat And you can't, the Bible say we sin when we are drawn out after our own lust. And to say that you go see somebody and you go watch that thing and you go see a woman pass and you go think and you go this and you go that. Come on.
So Joel, what you are saying? Let me intervene. So Joel, what you are saying when you see, what is your type of woman?
Oh God, well, only way this going, man.
Hold on now. What is your type of woman? But
real ones.
I'm talking about physical aspect.
Hold on. I want to know what he mean by real ones because
I know what he mean by real ones.
What you mean by real, Joel?
Oh gosh.
Because I have on a fake eyelash and a wig.
Oh gosh.
In 2025, I know these comments kind of have a lot to do with when men say they want a real woman. What do you mean when you say that?
Well, first, they ain't superficial.
Okay.
So I'm not talking about the superficial stuff. I'm talking about real woman. A woman who understands and knows how to properly support a man. A woman who understands what her role and function is in a family. Who understands that she is a driving force to where a family gets or doesn't get. A woman who understands that if she doesn't get behind a man, sometimes he would not be able to get off. And a woman who understands that even in being a woman, she understands how to properly respect, support, sustain, and motivate her man.
Okay, so hold on now, man. Rastafari, hold on now.
Yeah.
You married?
Yeah.
How long you married?
About 10 years.
I did
not the 10 years I was talking about in this thing, eh? Not this 10 years in this scenario, eh? Please.
Right.
So, in terms of what Jacksonville was speaking of his truth, as a man, if you are out in the streets and a woman pass almost naked as they do every day,
I find all I need to start walking around naked too and make it equal rights. That's how I feel about this.
May I finish?
Go ahead.
In terms of what Jacksonville said, he might take a little look, but that's all he go do. He go look and and whatever, and then that's that day he go take a look. That is not your experience. You do not see, nor you look or retain any images from women in the street. That way, say.
The way you asking is almost like you trying to say that he's lying because you just do
I'm
it.
not saying that. Excuse me.
That's how you're asking the man.
I took your side long time ago.
Well, then fix your tone when you're talking to Joel.
Asking a question, Joel.
Yeah, that's a leading question, JD. You're trying to lead me down a road.
No, it's not a leading question.
Yes, it is.
It's not a leading. Okay.
It is.
All right. So let me rephrase. How do you deal with
what you see?
With what Jacksonville was speaking about? How is your experience?
All right, so you just referenced something about ladies who walk in the road barely naked and partially naked and that kind of thing, and how they dress a certain way. The truth is, I am not attracted to that. So
you're not attracted to nakedness?
He answered your question the first time.
So yes, I'm not attracted to that, and because I'm not attracted to that, that will not speak to me in any kind of way. It will not appeal to me in any kind of way. The way I was grown, Lisa would know how I was grown. The way the morals and the principles that my mother, you ever seen that? My mother would have instilled in me. How I would have seen my mother operate as a woman in the streets, at home, that would have given me an example of what a woman should carry and herself like, and what a woman should be. I'm not saying that I looked for my mother in a woman.
Praise God.
But I looked for the principles that she stood by in a woman. And that is what guided me along the way. Now, in this situation where I'm hearing Jacksonville talking about, is 10 years ago and whatsoever else have you, and this and that and all that kind of thing. Now, we start to understand something. Whether it's 10 years ago or 100 years ago, this is still somebody's heart. This is still somebody's feelings. This is still somebody's emotion. Whether it happened before or during, it is still going to have an effect on, one, the marriage relationship between the husband and the wife. It is going to have an effect between the relationship between the brothers and it is also going to have a relationship on the individual who the information was withheld from. No matter how long the time is, it is still going to have an effect on all of these three persons. And what you don't want, and we could say it however we want, and men go say, yeah, it could be good. I could be good. They could talk a lot of stuff that's impractical because it's something you're talking about. But when the rubber hits the road and reality sets in and you really experience it, then you will sing a different song. A lot of persons could be very mature in conversation, but they can be mature in expression, you know. When the time comes to exhibit your maturity and make it something practical, it can happen. So you had to know what you could, and that's why mature conversation had to be held between these persons, knowing what you could and can't deal with. Because a man could tell you he forgive you, but then your marriage relationship turned into rot, you know, because he have this etched in the back of his mind.
Resentment.
Exactly, the resentment comes in, and he doesn't want to hear it. And for his brother, and then there's two sets of relationship that damage: a marriage relationship and a family relationship. That's damaged. And if that person wants to be very nasty, they go and tell the fiancé, and that's our next relationship that mash up. This thing is a slippery slope, a snowball effect that could take place if it's not managed or dealt with properly. So from the onset, be open and honest. Have these conversations, and that's a lot of things. A lot of people end up in relationships and end up in marriages without having conversations. You need to talk about stuff like your family background.
Lord of mercy.
People, family background. Family backgrounds are very important.
Yes,
because you can go and get married to somebody, and that family, when you're marrying a person, you're marrying an entire family. That person have a history of mental illness. That person have a family, a history of drug abuse, and you don't know. And you get yourself involved in these relationships, and next thing you know, you come together, have a child, and you have a child that is born with these things, and you're wondering why. These are conversations that people need to have, and you know why people, and I say it all the time, everybody talks about, you know, going to marriage counseling, and you go to pastors, and you go to this one, and you go to priests, and you go to reverends, and this one. But sometimes the church ain't equipped to deal with that, you know.
Bro.
Sometimes you need to go to the professionals
to
deal with it.
Correct. So all church counsel isn't always the right counsel.
It isn't. It isn't. And that's it. So the whole thing is, if this gentleman is listening, the whole thing is he has to know what he could and can't deal with, and he has to make a decision that is best for his mental health. Because right now, June is mental health month for men. Men's mental health month, June.
Yes.
Nobody talks about that.
Yeah.
There were 100 suicides last year in Trinidad, and 77 were men. And a lot of persons, and men are cruel to men. So a man will come and tell him if it happened with his brother, hey, your brother but you. And nobody will be sympathetic to his feelings.
Yeah, it's a joke.
And we make joke over things that are so serious, and we push people into corners, and we push people into areas where they shouldn't be. We push persons into depression and to anger and to rage because we are unkind to one another. So if he's listening, you make a decision that's best for you, brother. Know what you could and can't deal with. Understand what your triggers are. And if it's that trigger for you, you find your way out. And most of all, find your way close to God, because only God could bring you peace.
There we go.
All.
There we go. This caller is getting
Thank you, Joel.
a lot of support
the
in the
ladies
chat.
are supporting your forward.
Ocean don't hurt Jacksonville.
Thank you, Joel. Thank you.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah,
and
man.
they punching down on poor Jacksonville this evening. I think Jackson tells a truth that is out there.
It is.
Right?
It is.
And he's just being truthful. And of course, Joel said something that I personally never heard.
What's that?
The aspect of, he said, when I said if the women in the street, he said he's not attracted to that. No, obviously.
What do you mean you never? So because
a man, I've never heard a man say if you say the woman in the street half naked, I've never heard a man personally say, well, I'm not attracted to that.
And you just tell me that you just see it every day, so it's like nothing to you?
No, it's not.
You
no,
say that to me.
No, what I'm saying is I train myself
so
not
you
to
are
look.
So you are attracted to it, but you train yourself not to look. Tell me, because we haven't had conversations. Because if that's what you're telling me, then all the stuff that we've been talking about before is a lie.
No.
Because you told me.
My subscription is the word of God. And the Bible says, Job says, I look not upon a woman lustfully. You understand? So talk to Job, don't talk to me.
I'm talking to you because you told me, based on what you just said.
I train my eyes, Job said. I train my eyes to not look upon a woman lustfully.
But why are you shouting?
That's different from what. Can we just.
Why are you shouting?
All right, so hold on, man.
Yeah.
Make me put this up right now.
Okay.
You see this?
We're going to talk the things.
You see this? This is an opportunity for all of us who watch this podcast for over the 5 years to come out and meet in person.
And have these
conversations. To have a conversation. Live. And other things that we're not going to let you know about. So take your calendar out. Mark the date. It's August the 9th. We're going to let you know the venue. The first one we had it at Little Carol Theatre. The second one we was in Cascadia Hotel. And this one we're going to let you know where we're going to be and all the bells and whistles. We just really have a good time. But then, but above all, this is where we come out and say, hey, so was it here we met Jacksonville?
What
It wasn't Friday. No, but it was for your concert when you was in the country. Was for your concert. Was for Happy.
Yes. No.
Was for Happy.
He came for something, and when we come and drop the hat and stuff.
Yeah, for Happy. It was for your concert, I believe. Yeah. Anyway, so Friday night is where we come out and we met Doran Slag. That's where we met Rhonda.
Yes.
We met Fisher. Everybody was there, you know. Yeah. So mark the date again, August the 9th, and then we go and start to open up sponsors this week. We didn't really want to jump. Well, we have our official sponsors, right? We know we have the Little Caesars, we have the Clinical Media, we have King's Lounge Barber Spa. All right, and this week we're going to let you know an opportunity if you want to come on board to be one of the sponsors for August the 9th. Fry, Bake, and Lime, the event.
Yeah.
Part 3. That's part 3. All right. Hold on, man. Yeah. Listen. Random singing. Random singing tonight.
Hey, disclosure, my voice ain't that good. When you're feeling lost in the night. Who calling? What trouble is this?
God.
Jackson, you can't call now. We're in random singing.
We're in random singing. Let me bring it back.
And I need to see them words because... Oh.
Put it there.
Yeah. This reminds me when I was going to school. When you're feeling lost in the night, when you feel your world just ain't right, call on me, I will be waiting. Count on me, I will be there.
Random singing.
Anytime the times get too tough, anytime your best ain't enough, I'll be the one to make it better. I'll be there to protect you, see you through. I'll be there and there ain't nothing I won't do. I will cross the ocean for you. I will go and bring you the moon. I will be your hero, your strength. This do I know backups? Thing. Okay, it's soft. I will be the sun in your sky. I will light your way for all time. Promise you, for you I will. Yeah.
Thank you, Rhonda.
I will shield your heart from the rain. I won't let no harm come your way. All these arms will be your shelter, and all these arms won't let you down. And if there is a mountain to move, I will move that mountain for you. I'm here for you, I'm here forever. I will be your fortress, tall and strong. I'll keep you safe, I'll stand beside you. Right on. I will cross the ocean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anything you need, I will be. I will light your way for time. I can't remember this part exactly.
Sing, babe, sing.
Yeah. For you I will lay my life on the line. For you I will fight, oh, for you I will die. With every breath, with all my soul, I give my world, I give it all. Put your faith in me, and I'll do anything. Oh, I will cross the ocean. Boy, I will be your hero, and I will be. I will light your way for time. Promise you, for you I will. Oh, change key. I will. Our love is gonna fall. Yeah. Let me be your hero, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Time. Promise you, for you I will. I promise you, for you I will.
Wow, Nisa.
I didn't know I remember it.
Oh my gosh. There
You know,
you go.
hey, Monica, listen, I was in love with Monica. Bang, bang.
Congratulations. You sing the hell out of that song. Wow.
I need to learn it though, like internalize it. The last time I sang that I was going to school. Big up, Monica.
Yo, that is amazing. Of course, that and much more. August the 9th, save the date. That is all we're telling you right now. Friday Online Podcast, the event number 3. We're going to let you know the venue. We're going to let you know every single thing. We just can't tell you no much. All we're doing tonight is letting you know, save the date. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fire, all right? Closing thoughts, boy. Congrats. Awesome job there, Nisa.
Yeah, I taken that. I love this song. Thank you so much.
Awesome job. Let's do that shit up again. Right? Yeah. All right. So, okay. Closing thoughts. A shout out to everyone who, let me see how much shares we have. We know it's a Sunday. If you're checking us out for the first time, you know, normally we have fried bacon lime. Hey, look, Hayden. My Hayden said, oh, I missed the whole show. Yeah, Hayden. Oh, man. Yeah, Hayden, no message me. Right. So, you know, normally fried bacon lime just be...
JD, for those who are wondering, JD can't multitask. So he can't look on his phone and talk to us at the same time. Go God is still love. Hey, Natasha Raymond, what a guan.
Yeah. So
hey, Ayana Julian, is YouTube, right? JD can't multitask, so he can't look in his phone. Is this Ayana on YouTube? That's YouTube, right?
yeah, that's you. You know who Ayana is?
Hey, I don't know. Ayana Julian. She says JD looks like he fell in love all over again. Big up everybody over there on YouTube. All right, so we're getting ready to wrap up with closing thoughts. This conversation tonight has been a lot.
22 shares, right? So thank you so much for
guys.
22 shares. Blessings for you. Thank you. All right, closing thoughts. I'm starving, and
I am too.
I want to go in my bed tonight
And
at
I need
least
to
by
take this
11.
off. Take this stuff off my face, man.
Yeah, I need to eat and go in my bed at 11 o'clock. I'm trying to go in my bed. I'm trying to stop doing 2 o'clock in the morning, boy.
Yeah, because the older you get too, that's not good for your health, eh?
Yeah, and then, I had to wake up 6. So 2 to 6 is me.
Yeah,
At least 12. If I could go in my bed by 12, be good.
All right, so closing thoughts. First of all, I want to thank everybody for all the contributions. I feel like the contributions tonight were very good. From Marlene to, there were some names I didn't see. Well, Ocean always there.
Joel came through strong, Jacksonville.
Joel, the comment section was on fire.
Natasha.
Marlene Wilson, Neil, what's
Marlene.
up, Juan?
Easy. Wagwan me. Is that Neil?
Yeah, boy.
Make me drop a bomb for, oh no.
Yeah, so we grateful for all the oh gosh, what's weird my brain?
Input,
all
contributions.
The input, yeah.
Contributions.
Yeah, so as we said in the beginning of this show, if you are interested in sending your scenario or topic for us to review, talk about, because I feel like people may not understand that the discourse actually kind of helps people get to a place where they could, just feel some people out and probably come to some kind of decision in their issues.
Lisa, before we go to
closing thoughts?
Real quick, let me just give the quick last set of sponsors for this hour.
Well, yeah, but I was just finishing by saying you can send your scenarios to frybake&lime@gmail.com.
frybake&lime@gmail.com. Thank you. All right, so check this out quickly. If you look like this on the left, or anywhere around there, or even bigger, it's more sessions. So this is a three sessions.
3 as in how about 3 just go from the ground or 3?
Three sessions. So the person on the left here in the green pants,
it's the same person.
They walk in, it's the same person on the right, and they look, you see the same tattoo with the elephant and thing, except the elephant on the left was a little stretch, but now the elephant looks smaller, but it's the same tattoo. That's 3 sessions. It's not a baby elephant, it's the same elephant. All right? That's 3 sessions. Of course, take this number down. If this is Bap Lose Weight Program, and she does a bunch of things, but you need to take the number down to give her a call. He has some pictures with some other examples. All right, you could win $5,000. She has a competition going on. All you have to do is, you heard, that's correct, $5,000. All you need to do is
let me read it now.
Go ahead, Nisa.
Purchase 2 Bap Snatch creams and serum. Take out your before and after pics with the same clothes. Get your friends to like it on Bap Spa TT. That's most likely her Instagram page. The most likes wins, of course. I think I need to get in on this.
Yeah.
Prizes will be given on July 5th, God's Spear, and the winner will be announced on the 5th of July, of course, God's Spear. If you're interested, you can call on WhatsApp 396-5834.
Yeah, so she's going to be our guest
next week.
Next week, please God. So again, closing your bub. Thank you to Little Caesars, of course. Little Caesars, our premier sponsor for Fry Bake and Lime. Shout out to the Vineyard. He says it's going to be there next week Saturday. So next week Saturday we are going
Sunday again
next week. Next week Sunday. The podcast is next week Sunday again. Bab is going to be there, right?
Here.
My apologies. If you want to support us, you can do so via Republic Bank. Screenshot this right now. All right? And whatever the Lord lay upon your heart, we are thankful for it. If you're out there in the States, this is our Cash App, $ JD's Vlog Cash App. And if you're outside, anywhere else in the world, PayPal. You can PayPal us. So we really appreciate all the support we get. Closing thoughts.
Closing thoughts. Yeah. I wouldn't be winded or long-winded tonight. I've been saying it through the live. I think human beings convince ourselves that we can live with guilt. life also has a way of, like we have sayings in Trinidad, like all unfair games is play over and all them things. If to me, and the Bible also says, if you conceal a thing, you can't grow from it. Or basically, there's like an exposure thing that life does as well, right? So for me, anytime you try to hide certain things, bro, like bet your bottom dollar, it's going to come out. And delayed stuff is just delayed, you know? So it's best that you deal with things as soon as possible, because delayed pain is still pain. And then it's harder because then you look at the time invested, this, that, and the other. So, you know, I know we after the fact at this point, but moving forward, if the people are listening, and for those of us who are listening, you know, try to deal with especially things like this when it comes to like, okay, so the world has a different moral compass. It's all about conquering and conquest. But when you want to have relationships that God could honor and that you yourself could be comfortable in, maturity and having at least be subscribed to one partner, those things give you, you know, a more stable, peaceable, you know, a life that works. At least that's what we subscribe to, right? We way past the stuff, so stuff is out. I think any further lies are going to compound the situation. Sometimes we try to, I believe somebody needs to love you at their worst. Be loved at your worst. If the person you with can't handle the truth about you, then that's their right as well. Don't hold on to somebody thinking, well, I have them and they just don't know X, Y, and Z. That's weird to me. It's best that they have everything on the table. They know what they're dealing with, and they can love that part of you, as opposed to some fake version and some you're hiding. No, that you yourself wouldn't live a proper existence that way, right? So sometimes you have to lose to win again.
Very nice. Okay. I thought I saw something else, yeah.
Yeah, focus. JD cannot multitask. The whole place has to get quiet, babe.
My closing thoughts are simply this. If your brother come to you and you lay no bang 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 and you find out, I kind of understand. I've been in situations where I felt like I was so ashamed I don't want to tell nobody nothing. Right? It doesn't always work out well.
You
but
were ashamed?
Yeah, you know. Okay. Doesn't always work out well, but so I can understand being in that situation. It happened and you say, oh God, I don't want to tell, because you see, it wasn't even about, the brother said, we didn't want to hurt you. Bruh. So there was, let me finish. I know that is also a cop-out because you're ashamed and you don't want whatever you did to come out. You understand? No one does something and then just say, yeah, do that. And you're proud of it. So obviously they wasn't proud of it, right? So, okay. So it come out. How it come out? He was drunk, he come and tell him. But now he's in a position to destroy or possibly bring problems for his future. That is one. Two, he have to now deal with this new information, to deal with the brother and now to deal with what seems like his wife. There's no way in hell that he's obviously going to live life as if it never happened. What I would do, however, is, because you see, we still don't know if it was while it was in the marriage or before. As Jacksonville was saying, if it was before, right? The streets have a kind of code that most people wouldn't understand, right? Brothers and fellas have a code that most women definitely wouldn't understand. So if there's that aspect of it, because remember, the brothers and them, they didn't even talk about if the brothers didn't fall out or not, né? He just ended up telling him. So I kind of understand probably what happened there. So let's go with if it was before. So he ended up telling her, yeah, I was with this girl before. Right? I've been in situations like that. That's why I say it's a little weird for me to, you might find it strange, I don't understand. So now he finds out. I would have gone to my wife and say, well, you know, it's strange. No, film it. If it, I would bring it up. I would say, so here now, I was talking to Ting and he ended up telling me that this happened with all 10 years ago. Now I know it's before we was involved or even when we was, you know, you was around in the same space. But he ended up telling me, how come you never tell me that? And then obviously she said, well, I never want you to know and whatever. That's 10 years ago and that's before. That's easier to work out than if it was in the marriage and then bam. You understand? But even if it was in the marriage now, again, who feels it knows it. I've been in situations where I wanted second chances. So if it was me, I would have to now be like, all right, well, let's talk about it, have a conversation, and then work it out. You know? I will be the last person to say, oh, you there? And take the thing and storm off and go on and divorce and whatever. I would be the last person to do that. Or maybe the last person to do that. So in terms of the woman, my brother fiance finding out, nah, she not going to find out that ever. Not from me.
So you're just delaying her pain, basically.
Well, you see, there are a lot of things that we don't know about them. That is, you know, we don't know if she now come on the scene. We don't know. He's just saying, yo, I want to start afresh with this person. I let you know. So I had to leave that up to him to go and tell she. I don't go and tell she. I'll leave that up to he. You ain't going to, why go and say? Big man like me go and tell you, yeah, my brother do this. If he chooses to, well, that's on him. Yeah, sorry. I started to water it all right. You cool it to melt body and all, yeah?
Time to go.
Yeah, right. How about talk the nation?
I don't know, I'm not seeing comments.
JD look like...
No,
okay,
I read
cool.
that already.
But my thing only saying 1%, so I don't think like get cut off or what?
Yeah, I don't know if it's...
Oh, let's tell that. Somebody go and test it 1, 2 there for me to make sure.
I feel like it cut off.
Next thing it cut off.
Yeah, I was getting the impression that it cut off.
Yeah, boy, like it cut off, you know. I wonder why.
I have no idea.
Or maybe the song you were singing.
The random singing?
Let me see.
Yeah, probably.
I think only saying 1%, so I don't think like get cut off or what. Nah. They're there.
Okay, well, vibes. Let's come on. One of the things you doesn't know is linger. Let we go.
All right, guys, so I'm not sure. Anyway, let me just wrap up, right? So guess what? I need to know if I need to see one comment to know if people listen.
It looks like it cut off. Even hearing myself feels weird. You're getting messages, so messages could probably mean that it cut off.
Is this song?
Somebody saying they're seeing me on YouTube. They're seeing us on YouTube. Thanks, Rhonda, but it probably cut off on Facebook.
They say it didn't cut off. They just can't comment for some reason. Thank you, Hayden. I think it's because of this song. All right, good. Okay, guys. So we out of here. Thank you so much for watching another episode of JD's Vlog. My name is JD.
My name is Nisa.
And this is the Friday Bacon Live. Shoo! See you all next week, Sunday, not Saturday. We're going to be here next Sunday. And of course, if you have not mark your calendars right now. August the 9th, it's going to be a Fry, Bake, and Lime family. Okay? Everybody on YouTube.
Right now we're talking to YouTube. All right. Gotcha.
Facebook cut me off. All right.
So I guess we had to look at the links we're using for random singing.
Singing, yeah. Facebook probably cut me off. All right. So see you guys next week. Please. God, we out. There we go.
Podcast, read all about it. When it comes to podcasting, we are number one. All these sponsors ready, the big stuff ready, the internet above the shut up. Welcome to the Friday,
up Canada.
Hey, Caroline.
Down in Tobago.
Shady life. UK, London, shady life. Everybody just shady life. Why?
Fry break in the place.
Random singing.
Fry break in the place.
Take your phone, take your phone, take your phone on.
Shady life.
Stay down.
Shady life. Debbie.
Patrina.
Shady life. Jacksonville. Shady life.
South Carolina.
Shady life.
Sadie Joanna.
Shady life.
Everybody just shady life. Fry back, fry back, fry back, fry back, fry back, fry back, fry back.
And
line,
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 and
line. Fry back, fry back, fry back, fry back, fry back, fry back, fry back.
and
Line,
and
line,
and
line,
and
line,
and
line,
and
line,
and
line. Start the show.
People like you, nah.